Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today, I'm excited to be bringing to you a longer form video of 41 different Amazon arbitrage tips all in one video. And I wanted to do this because I have two separate videos that have gotten some pretty good traction. One is 23 tips and another one is 18 different tips. But I ultimately wanted you to have all 41 in one video so you could refer back to it whenever you wanted. Now, the only issue is since they're going to be clipped together, you might see the first one says 23 and then the second one has 18 in the counting order, but I just wanted to make you aware of that. However, this is the video, the definitive one, that will have all the tips put together. Now, I have been doing this thing recently where if you leave a comment below, you can be entered in to win a copy of my Amazon best-selling book, Side Hustle to Full-Time Income. And you also get, with the book, a free audiobook and free mini course that comes with that. So just leave a comment below. Let me know that you saw the video. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I will post the winner in the middle of this video or of the next video that comes out. So you may see a winner pop up in this one. You'll also see a winner in the next one from whoever commented on this particular video. So make sure that you hit the notification bell and subscribe so that you don't miss the next video that comes out to see if you were the lucky winner. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the very first set of Amazon arbitrage tips, leading you to the 41 different tips that I have put together for you in this video. First tip, which is sourcing rabbit trails. So what that means is that if you are sourcing for a particular product, there are typically other things on an Amazon page that are either recommended by Amazon that a customer has bought in the past or recommended to be bought with that particular item. You can start looking at those supplementary items and see if you can find those at the store as well. Many times it might be an Altoids peppermint and an Altoids wintergreen that you find on the rabbit trail, right? It might be complementary flavors, sizes, products, etc., that you can then source at the store that you're shopping from. The second tip is to always check Keepa. You need to make sure that whatever products you are purchasing, you are checking Keepa to look for the history of that product, for purchase price, the history for seller count, the history for how often it is selling. All of that information is in Keepa. I actually have a free guide at my website at askjimmysmith.com/Keepa guide that you can get. I have a whole playlist on this channel as well if you need to learn how to read Keepa for your Amazon business. The third tip is whenever you're looking at a product that has variations, maybe it's shoes or clothing, or even something that is a 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack, etc., you want to make sure that you are looking at all the other variations. And so an example I can give is if you're looking at a brown shoe that is size 10, also look at the black shoe that is size 11 and 10 and 9, etc., to see if those particular products are better and more profitable for you to sell on. Many times, if you're looking at one specific product, sellers just focus on that one thing without looking at all the other variations. So it can be very impactful to look at the variations on those listings. The fourth tip is to use the Keepa Data Product Finder. I have a whole video on this channel for how to use the Keepa Data Product Finder, but this tool, which is already in your Keepa subscription, allows you to bring out about 100 to thousands of different ASINs that meet certain sets of criteria. Then you can go and find at stores so that you can shop for those products and sell them on Amazon yourself. Getting good with this tool can get you multiple ASINs at a very quick clip so that ultimately you're able to grow your replenishable product base and grow your Amazon business. The fifth tip is to use discounted gift cards. Many of you may have already been doing this, but a lot of people pass over this opportunity, not thinking that, oh, this actually can help me to find more products, because now instead of a 30% ROI product, maybe you have a 40% or 50% ROI product because you used a discounted gift card. Utilize a site like cardbear.com. This can help you to find the best deals for discounted gift cards. There are many different websites that you can go to for discounted gift cards, but I like to use cardbear.com. No affiliate, no promotion at all. Just wanted to let you know that that's what I've used in the past. The sixth tip is to also be using coupons. Now, it doesn't have to be just paper coupons. It can be online coupons that you get from Retail Me Not or other sites like that. But ultimately, if you can use any percentage, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20% off, that will help your bottom line, and not just help the bottom line, it can help you find more products to source for your
your Amazon business. And it can also, if you have a coupon, give you a new store to go check out because you've got 20% off or 25% off automatically. Why not start your sourcing at that site instead of waiting and trying to find a coupon after you've found products? You can start with the coupon, you can find the products at those particular sites, and that can help you to grow your Amazon business. The 7th tip is to build relationships with your store managers if you're doing retail arbitrage. Not only are you being helpful to them by not clearing off all of their shelves, but you can build that relationship to order bulk products from them, whether it's in multiple boxes or it's in pallets in some cases. These relationships can help you tremendously. Also to find new products or new product lines that may be coming into a store. So if you can go and build that relationship with managers, it can help you skyrocket how many products that you can actually buy from that store and what particular products are coming out that might be hot, that might be something that you could get a jump on because you have that relationship with those managers. The 8th tip is to be sourcing regional products. Those are products that are only found in a particular region where you are currently located. And so for me in St. Louis, there might be sauces and seasonings that are only around in this area. And if I were to move to Florida or California or New York, I may not be able to actually get those products anywhere except from Amazon. So this gives you some more exclusivity in your sourcing because you're able to buy products in an area that other sellers around the country can't purchase to sell on Amazon. The 9th tip is to look at niche products or niche stores. And what I mean by that, it's different than the regional products because it might be something more like guitar supplies, and you can get that at a guitar store. And at these niche stores, like a guitar store or a music shop or arts and crafts, they're gonna have tons of different brands that your local Walmart and Target probably won't have because they have niches. They have specific brands that are only selling in these niche stores. That can help you to diversify your inventory and help you to start looking for new wholesale accounts as well from the inventory that you're purchasing at these niche stores. The 10th tip is to utilize leads lists as a springboard for new ASINs. So if you are purchasing a list of leads for Amazon products, you want to then take those and find other sizes, other flavors, other colors, etc., that ultimately you can sell and be the only seller from that leads list on those products. If you're taking a lead list that has 30 or 40 sellers that are also getting those same leads, you're going to be hit with some saturation on those products. So you want to make sure that as much as possible, you take that springboard into other products so that you have some more protection in your business with the products that you're selling and sending into Amazon. The 11th tip is to keep your items in stock. Now, I know this is a little different than finding new sources, but ultimately this is something that will help your business to grow. The more you can keep your current items in stock, the better chance you will have at growing your business because you'll have that foundation. So utilizing replenishable products, as I talk about on this channel, using a software like replendashboard.com can help you to keep those products in stock. This will help you to build that base of products so that then you can be sourcing more and more on top of that. The 12th tip is look for items around your house. And I know that sounds extremely basic or maybe for new sellers only, but even for me, as somebody that's been doing this for a long time, it can be helpful to just look at the pantry, look at the things that me and my family have bought so that then I can just start sourcing for those products and see if there are good ASINs that I could sell those products on. It gives me just a jumping off point. If you're having trouble finding products, start with the stuff that's in your home, see if it helps you to find new products and rabbit trail from there to find other products that are complementary to those as well. The 13th tip is to turn your winners into wholesale accounts. I have a whole playlist on this channel about turning your replenishable products into wholesale accounts. This will not only help you to build a base of wholesale products that you can get at a cheaper price and in bulk, but it also gives you access to more product lines, more things that you can sell on your Amazon account. So don't just ignore the things that are doing well in your Amazon business, but take those, turn them into wholesale accounts and grow your business with some wholesale so that then you can have more stability in your business, more products to buy and more products to send into Amazon. The 14th tip is to utilize store brands. Things like at Walmart, they have mainstays. At Target, they've got Up and Up. At different stores, they have their own private label brands that Amazon themselves won't be purchasing and selling on their Amazon.com storefront. So only sellers, third-party sellers, are going to be able to do that. So if you go to your local stores, find their store private label brands and sell those, that will give you some more exclusivity, plus also help you to build your base of products that you can sell on Amazon. It's not just local stores, it can also be online stores. Really, there's tons of private label brands at every store you shop from. And so that is an excellent place for you to get started if you don't know where you should go to source new products. The 15th tip is to utilize the Small and Light program. Recently, as of the time of this recording, Amazon Amazon raised the maximum price to $12. So you have a whole world of products that you can purchase and sell on Amazon that might cost you $1, $2, $3, $4 to buy, and you can enroll those products into the Small and Light program and sell them for $12 or less, making more profit. Because this program continues to raise that maximum price threshold, I believe in the future it will continue to raise as it has every year for the last few years. This is one that you can focus on as you're looking at some of those lower dollar profit items or lower dollar cost items. You can really grow how many products you can sell by enrolling them into the Small and Light program at $12 or less. The 16th tip is to price above the buy box. Now, in the free Facebook group that I talk about on this channel regularly, over 70,000 members in this My Silent Team Facebook group, I have a link in the description below. We are seeing a lot of success with pricing above the buy box. Because the buy box on Amazon rotates wherever the customer is in the country, I might have a different one in St. Louis than someone in California or someone in New York or Florida. This means that the buy box is not price dependent. So you can price a little bit higher than the buy box and still get sales. Make sure that if you're looking at products, you aren't just looking at the base lowest price that you're seeing. You may be able to price 5 or 10% above that and still get sales. Don't depend on it, but utilize that in some products that you believe are fast moving that can help you grow your business. Send them in at a higher price point. You might be selling less than the person at the lowest price point, but ultimately it can open up a lot more products for you to buy and sell on Amazon. 17th tip is to use cashback sites. Now, I use a site called cashbackmonitor.com, but there's a ton of different sites that can help you find the best cashback for a particular store that you're looking at. Cashbackmonitor.com, again, this isn't sponsored by them. This is a site that I've used for a while to help me find the best cashback site with the least amount of time involved anyway, because it aggregates the best sites for that. But if you know that at Kohl's, you're going to get an additional 10%, 20% off, start your sourcing at those stores where you're going to get more cash back for buying products there. That will help you to increase your ROI and help you to expand the amount of products you can purchase at that store to be profitable on Amazon as well. The 18th tip is to utilize manual sourcing. So instead of going through and scanning UPC barcodes or doing only things where software is giving you different leads, do manual sourcing where you're typing in the name brand of the product, the type of product that it is, the flavor, the size, etc. Actually do that extra work, the work that I teach on my channel, in my course, and in my book that we've seen over 1,000 success stories come from. Those basic methods of manual sourcing still work today, and I highly recommend going to those basics whenever you're struggling and utilizing some of your software programs, because it can help you to open up more possibilities. It gives you the ability to learn more what is selling and what you can do to help grow your inventory on Amazon. Manual sourcing is still an excellent way to go if you are in need of finding new products to sell on Amazon. The 19th tip is to go an inch deep and mile wide. So if you're looking to source products, you don't want to be going deep and buying 10 or 20 units of a product you've never sold before. You'd be better off buying 4, 5, 6 units of that product, but doing it over multiple different ASINs. So if you utilize some of these tips with finding multiple ASINs for one product, maybe you have 2 or 3 different ASINs where you can buy 4 or 5 of each, and then you're technically buying a bigger amount of that particular product and splitting it up over multiple ASINs, that will help you to grow your inventory. It'll give you some more protections in your business, give you a bigger foundation, which you can grow from moving forward. The 20th tip is to look at bundles and specifically different products within a bundle. So maybe it's toothbrush and toothpaste, or maybe it is gum and mints, those different products. Those particular types of bundles give you a lot of opportunity on Amazon to go find new products and send them in, because there are a lot of those bundles that are complementary and work together. That is an excellent place to look, especially if you're dealing with food category or something similar like that, because there's going to be complementary products, whether it's basting brush and a sauce, right? Those types of things are really popular on Amazon. Recommend checking those types of bundles out. The 21st tip is to look at bundles, but specifically variety packs of bundles. So if you're doing your sourcing, search the word variety to see if there's a listing with multiple varieties of flavors. Like I've mentioned before, Altoids peppermint, Altoids wintergreen, that would be a variety pack. They aren't complementary to each other, but they are different varieties of the same exact product. The 22nd tip is to avoid relying on clearance. Now, a lot of people may be coming to this video solely scanning UPC codes and looking at clearance products. That is a mistake that won't allow you to grow past a certain point. You're going to run out of the ability to continue finding new products at that clip and growing. So you want to make sure that you're finding replenishable products and growing from there. Full price off of the store shelves is what will create that foundation for you to grow from into the future, so that your business can actually scale much more easily than if you're constantly looking for the best deal on clearance products. However, don't avoid clearance products, just don't rely on them for your whole entire business. The 23rd and final tip is to do out of stock sourcing. And what this means is you can actually go to an Amazon.com webpage and do a search as you were normally going to do to find products. And on the left-hand side, after that search, you can click at the very bottom, there's an out of stock option. You can look for those listings that are currently out of stock that used to be selling. Find the ones with reviews, find the ones that have a Keepa history, because that means if you bring it back into stock, you're going to be the only seller on that listing, which allows you to make sales much more quickly if the listing was doing well before. You don't want to just send in products that were out of stock that ultimately you're not going to be able to sell because they weren't selling before. You still need to do your research, but out of stock sourcing can really ramp up how many products that you can buy and send into Amazon. To tip number 1, selling on listings that have no buy box. Now, some ASINs may not have a buy box, but they still sell. And so by getting on these listings, you can have some certainty that this product is selling well based on the sales rank momentum and based on the reviews on that particular listing. So typically 1 out of every 100 orders gets a review based on most of Amazon seller averages. At least that's what I've heard throughout my years on Amazon, 1 out of every 100 orders. So this can give you confidence that you can potentially test that listing if everything else checks out with Keepa and profitability. So ultimately, even though there's no buy box, it still may be selling based off the Keepa charts, and you might want to buy it if it is a good profitable listing. Tip number 2, selling on listings that have no sales rank but still sells based on the Keepa chart. It's a little different. The first one had no buy box. This particular listing has no sales rank. Now, these listings may be something to avoid if you're brand new with Amazon selling, but as you get better with Keepa, you can find many listings that have no current sales rank, but still show sales based on the new seller trend in that bottom graph of a Keepa chart, and or based off of the review count trend also in the bottom graph on a Keepa chart. Now, I go over this particular method in other videos on my channel. So if you're looking for a deeper dive into this, please check out those other videos. I have a whole playlist on Keepa that can help you tremendously in figuring out different products that you can purchase and sell on Amazon that may not traditionally meet the regular Keepa guidelines that we're usually looking for. Tip number 3 is selling seasonal products. So seasonal products can be a great source of income. Just make sure that you analyze last year's Keepa graph to determine how the product performed, because you don't want to be buying a product that was a dud last year, or maybe last year had a bunch of sales, but the price tanked because a bunch of sellers jumped on. So ultimately, this will give you an idea of what to expect this year, and it's going to help you avoid investing in non-profitable products if you're looking at a Keepa graph that has multiple years of history. Now, if it's a new listing, there's more that can go into it, but for the purpose of this tip, if you're selling seasonal products, it's always best to look at last year's history and make assumptions based on that information. Tip number 4 is actually selling glass products. So selling these glass products can be tricky, but it's an opportunity that many people overlook because they're scared of having products get damaged. But with good packaging and shipping, you can actually make good profits from selling these glass products. And so by going to the extra work, you may be able to have lower competition on some of these listings than you would on other products that you would think of selling. However, just make sure that you package these very well so they don't break in the FBA process. I'd rather you over prep these products than to under prep them so that you can have the best chance of making sure that they stay intact and get to the customer, giving you good reviews, good profits, etc. Tip number 5 is actually selling hazmat or hazardous materials products. So these are actually similar to glass products in the fact that hazmat can be a challenge to sell, but they can also be very profitable. There are differences in the prep requirements for hazmat products than regular FBA products. So just make sure that you follow all the necessary guidelines for packaging and shipping. Only do this method though as you become a more experienced seller, since the process is much different than typical FBA shipment. And I'd hate to see a new seller try to do hazmat products and get really lost in the weeds with a lot of it. So if you've been selling on Amazon for a while, check out selling hazmat products. You may be able to differentiate yourself from the rest of the selling pack, so to speak. Now, tip number 6 is actually doing hybrid arbitrage. I've covered this on other videos before, but hybrid arbitrage is a combination of online and retail arbitrage. I actually made up this term, unless I heard it from somebody else and didn't realize it. But as far as I know, I've made up this term a while back for using apps like Instacart or DoorDash or TaskRabbit, where you can shop local replens or local products from your area that get delivered to you. Now, since you can do this from your computer while shopping the local store's products, it's a hybrid method of sourcing online while also sourcing local products. So I have a whole entire video on my channel for this process if you'd like to check it out later. It's a little bit of an older video, so have fun checking that out because I had like facial hair and stuff. But anyway, that video did very well for the longest time, and so I recommend checking that out now if you're interested in that method. Tip number 7 is actually buying cyclical replens to sell. Now, cyclical replens are products that stores run discounts on regular sales cycles. So the word cycles is cyclical. It could be every month, quarter, year, etc. But the stores that you're seeing these discounts from will continue to run those discounts at those particular intervals, so they can actually become replenishable on those time frames in your Amazon business. So instead of having a replen that you see every week, it may be a replen that you get every quarter. But once it hits those prices, you know that you want to go buy out more of those products because of that price, helping you be more profitable and sell more of those products. Now, you can actually check out the weekly store ads online, and you can make your shopping list for those products there. And this typically works best from a retail arbitrage or a hybrid arbitrage standpoint if the app you're using, such as Instacart or DoorDash, has discounts from those particular stores so that you can utilize it for hybrid arbitrage. Ultimately, if you go to a store online, you can go to their weekly ad. Those weekly ads should be applicable in store, and you can utilize that to find discounted items that you can sell for more profit online for arbitrage. Also, sometimes they actually turn into regular replens when they're at full price. So take advantage of the discounts while you can, but also use it to source more products for your business. Tip number 8 is actually joining masterminds and growing your community of Amazon sellers that you're connected to. So joining a mastermind group or a community of Amazon sellers can be an excellent way to learn from other people and grow your business. So you're not only going to be learning new techniques from other sellers, but you're also going to be able to share experiences that you're having, which will help you grow and help you if you get stuck. You're there to help each other. So this isn't a one-way relationship. You're trying to make it a multiple point win-win relationship. So definitely get involved with some other sellers that you trust and start learning from each other. I actually recommend a free Facebook group that has over 70,000 members in it that I've been in since 2015. You can actually go there at bit.ly/MST group. Or if you're looking for a paid, more intimate training group with masterminds as well, there's actually a $1 free trial for a group that I highly recommend. It's called the Business Building Legends group at bit.ly/legends trial. You can get the links below as well if you're interested in that. Now, tip number 9 is actually using credit cards to maximize cash back on your inventory purchases. So using a credit card that offers cash back on purchases can be a great way to maximize your profits. Just make sure though to pay off your balance in full each month to avoid interest charges. That's where people can get into sticky situations. Make sure you're paying it off in full each month. I've actually made over $10,000 in cash back through credit cards in 1 year before. I know people that make well over $40,000 per year in their business with just a 2% cash back credit card because they're buying so much inventory each year. It's a great way to get some money back as long as you're good at paying it off each and every month. Tip number 10 is to save all your online arbitrage links so that you can reorder your items faster. In the business world, time is money, right? And money is time. And so if you can save yourself time, you can also make some more money by utilizing this method. So by saving all of your online arbitrage links, you can quickly reorder the same products each time whenever they become available again or whenever you need to do that reorder again. Instead of having to search for these links, you can actually just save the links, which will save you time and effort. So you can actually do this with a spreadsheet. You can put the ASIN on the left side of the spreadsheet and put the link next to it for the OA link, or you can use a software like replendashboard.com to help you track all of your links with your ASINs. Tip 11 is to track and save your receipts using cloud storage and paper files. So tracking and saving your receipts is essential for tax purposes and to keep track of your profits if you need to access those receipts. Plus, it helps you in the event Amazon needs proof of purchase from an authorized distributor if you ever get any kind of account health violations. So I recommend using both cloud storage and paper files so that you have multiple ways to access your receipts when needed. It's best to have multiple backups just in case cloud loses your information or something happens with those paper files. But that's my recommendation. Tip number 12 is to turn your winning ASINs, your winning products on Amazon into branded bundles. This is a method I've seen a lot of success with with lately by multiple sellers. And this is by bundling your winning ASINs, the ones that are selling the most for you, together and then branding them with your own brand, having a unique product that stands out from the other listings and from the other competition that you'd be competing against. It can also command you a higher price. I actually know sellers doing over $8 million a year with this method, so do not overlook it. It works best though if you're a little bit more of an advanced seller. So if you're new, definitely focus on some of the other easier methods for sourcing discussed in this video, on my channel, other videos, etc., because you don't want to get into a situation where you're testing a bunch of new listings that you don't know if they're going to sell or not. So if you're new, stick with the regular basic arbitrage methods. If you've been selling for a while and you have confidence in your ASINs, check out doing branded bundles. Tip number 13 is to sign up for store ads. Now it kind of ties hand in hand with those cyclical replens, except you don't want to just go and find weekly ads each week on those particular store sites. You're actually signing up for the ads to be emailed to you and sent to you. Now, store ads can be effective because it helps you to find the best deals at the stores that you shop the most at. So one free software option that I've done another YouTube video on is actually called Sales Gazer. Now, this software will allow you to set up an account and you can get hundreds of different store ads sent to that account instead of to your own email address. What I love about that is that ultimately then you don't have to have your email cluttered with all these ads. Now, you could set up a separate email address that is only for store ads if you wanted, but I personally like Sales Gazer because there are a lot of integrations they have with stores already that'll just automatically sign you up for it. So it's really easy to get set up. Highly recommend it. It's not a sponsored video in any way. I just really like the software. There's no affiliate because it's free. I just recommend it. Tip number 14, if you need account seller reviews or if you need better account health, since account health is based off the amount of orders on your account now, you can actually sell low price products that have high order volume that boosts your order counts on your Amazon seller account. Maybe a little tricky, but if you're trying to get a better account health or to get more reviews, then you need to sell more products. You need more orders. And so by finding items that maybe don't make as much money, but you can sell hundreds of them each month, it can help boost your order count, which helps your account look better to Amazon. So this can help you to improve your account metrics, increase your visibility on the Amazon platform, especially if you're a newer seller. Tip number 15 is to shop local stores. So don't just limit yourself to the regional or niche stores that I always recommend actually in my videos. You also want to check out those local micro stores for unique products. Some of them may be very niche. Some of them may just be a local grocer that doesn't have anything besides the one location that may also have unique products at their location. So additionally, it gives you opportunities to build relationships with those local suppliers, which is the beautiful part of it, that you can actually potentially have a small distributor or wholesale account if you build those relationships. So these types of stores can have unique products that are not widely available at all. It can give you an advantage selling on Amazon if you've got relationships with those local stores that other sellers aren't building relationships with because it's a local store in your own area. Now, tip number 16 is to revitalize old listings that you stopped selling on. So don't give up on listings that may have stopped selling. They may have new opportunities to make a profit. Sometimes products that were previously slow sellers can become profitable again. So checking every couple months can be a good schedule to be on so that you can come back on listings that weren't good at one point, but maybe now. If you use replendashboard.com, which I mentioned earlier, this software can also help you monitor listings like these. Tip number 17 is to become sales tax exempt or to use a prep center in a sales tax exempt state. Now, this can help you to save money on sales tax and reduce your overhead costs. It's not a requirement, but it can save you around 10% or so on your inventory costs, depending on your local sales tax rates. Obviously, though, talk with your accountant for anything that has to do with taxes to make sure you are doing everything properly, as I am not an accountant or a tax advisor, but still, you want to look into doing this to save yourself some money. Tip number 18 is to actually set up Keepa tracking alerts. I've already done a video on how to do this on my YouTube channel where I go through all the different options. I also have a free basic Keepa training guide that is 17 pages long that you can get at askjimmysmith.com/Keepa guide. Now, these Keepa alerts can help you to stay on top of price fluctuations and product selling history, which can help you to make more informed buying decisions and selling decisions at the exact right time that you need to.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end with 41 Amazon arbitrage tips. I hope that the video helped you tremendously. As a reminder, leave a comment below if you'd like to be entered in to win a copy of my book, Side Hustle to Full-Time Income, and also get the free audiobook and the free mini course that comes with it. If you leave that comment, hit the notification bell, and tune into the next video, you can see who won in the middle of that video whenever that pops up as well. So I hope that this video helped you and blessed you, and that you save it so you can come back and watch these 41 tips whenever you're feeling stuck in your business. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.